So this is the yoga to help the alignment of the spine. It's following chapter 5 of one of my favorite yoga books, Yoga Heals Your Back by Rita Trieger. You can buy that on most reputable bookshop sites. So if you'd like to start with lying on your mat, and I recommend having a blanket. You can do this yoga sequence in bed after removing all pets and cats, and sometimes you need to even move the duvet or significant others in your bed. So making yourself comfortable first of all. So it's just a short 20-minute sequence. And I'd like you to start in Shavasana, in the corpse pose. So the feet are 2 to 3 feet apart, quite wide. Just rotate the feet outwards for a moment and then jiggle them from side to side just to move these hip joints a little. And then the hands are about a foot away from the hips, palms upwards. Helps to wriggle and jiggle the shoulders down a bit. I even press through the head and move the shoulders down. Okay, and then chin to the chest. So relaxing the face for a moment and pretending we've got hours and hours to rest in the corpse pose. So this is what the pose is what you go into if you are waking up in the morning thinking, oh, I need to do some stretches. So either lying in bed or on the mat. And then from there, in a moment, we're just going to move into a lying down mountain pose. So bringing the legs now to parallel, and you can point or relax the feet. It's up to you. And bring the hands, palms downwards to the sides of the body. And move the shoulder blades out and move the shoulder blades in. Just feel what that's like as you move them. Okay, and push the tailbone away from you, flattening the spine onto the floor. And move the shoulder blades out some more. Okay, so get a sense of that, really flattening out the spine as much as possible. So it's an exaggerated movement, not how we normally rest in the mountain pose on the lying down. Super, and then I'd like you to bring up your right leg and pull it in. So as you pull that right leg in, you're pressing against the, you're bending the right knee and holding onto it and pressing against the ascending colon. And you can rotate the right ankle joint at the same time. So allowing some pressure. And then rotating the opposite way. Relaxing the shoulders and arms, the hands are doing the work, but don't use too much of the arm muscles for this. So rotate the ankle the opposite way. And then finally, really pulling in, an extra strong pull into that right-hand side of the abdomen. And then release. And let's do the opposite side, the left side. So bending the left knee and pulling it in and rotating the ankle. Keep pulling in, you're now applying a massage pressure to the descending colon. Also stretching the buttock muscles and doing some hip work in there, getting the femur to really move to the top part of its socket. Then rotate the ankle the opposite way. That should feel quite nice. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Okay. And trying to do the same amount of time on one side as the other. This will help to release the lower back, these movements. And the next one should feel really good. It's a spinal twist. So what I'd like you to do is place the soles of the feet on the floor. You can still have socks on or bed socks if you wear such things. And this next one stretches the spine and the shoulders, the lower back, improves digestion, massages those internal organs, and relieves lower back aches, neck pain, and sciatica. And so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you now to stretch out the left leg and take your left hand to your right knee, which is bent, and pull that right knee over to the left onto the floor. Okay, and your right hand technically is going out at right angles to the body, and you turn and look that way. Now you might find that actually that hurts your arm, your right arm, and you can bring it in closer to the body or even rest it on the body, the right hand resting on the body, if having it stretched out feels too uncomfortable. If you have blocks nearby, you could put a couple of blocks to rest that arm on. I'm turning the head as much as possible, so you've got this lovely spinal twist, okay? Really breathing into it. Nice deep breaths. And I would stay in this pose for a minimum of 30 seconds, a bit longer, if possible. Nice, easy spinal twist for the morning when we're feeling a bit stiff. And then using that left hand, push that right knee up, pull it in again, okay? Flatten the spine against the floor. Might even want to bring your head up above a little. Okay, and then release that right leg down to the floor and bring your left knee up, facing the left foot on the floor. Pause for a moment. Then with your right hand, bring the left knee off the floor and hold on to it with the right hand. Breathing out, take that left knee down to the right side. Okay, and the left arm again is going out behind you, hopefully, at right angles to the body. But again, if it's uncomfortable, you can always place that left hand on the body or closer in to the body, okay? And while you're there, just think about, maybe pushing the right hip slightly backwards towards your left hand if it's stretching out. That makes the whole pose easier. It's a pretty strong spinal twist. It looks very easy and very simple, but very, very effective. And all the time trying to lower the left shoulder to the ground and the right knee to the ground, turning the head to look to the left hand, and allowing then the yoga pose to work on you as much as possible. So, nice breathing. Let the pose work on you, try not to get in the way too much by working and struggling. Relaxing into the pose, relaxing the face, breathing into it, enjoying. So much of lower back pain is caused by misalignment, and the sequence helps to keep realigning the spine. Okay, and then use that right hand to push the left knee up. So you're coming back onto the flat half of the back again, and then just place both soles of the feet on the floor. Align again your body on the mat and rest for a moment. Pause, there's no rush. Bend knees, comfortably breathing. Okay, and then the next pose, the happy baby, is really good. It stretches your hamstrings, kidney, wonderful massage into your kidneys, releases the hips, and considerably eases any back tension. Okay, but it's also kind of fun to do. So if you can reach up and grab your feet, okay, and then I'd like you to roll over to one side and take a foot down to the floor. You might need to look at me on the screen and then roll over to the other side. So we're pretending to be like babies are when they're holding their feet and they're just rolling around and giggling away. Okay. Moving into the hip joints. Rocking and rolling a little from side to side. You're getting a side-to-side massage on the spine. Really helps release any back tension in there. Okay, and then just stretch the legs straight up for a moment. Okay, and then open out the backs of the legs. See if you can bring the toes a little bit towards the face. Okay, you don't have to have straight knees, just gently easing. Obviously, this sequence can be done throughout the day, but it's exceptionally good if you do it in the morning when we're at our stiffest. So we're not expecting the knees to open out much, because the hamstrings will still be unstretched and not too happy to be pulled open too strongly. Okay, good. And then I'd like you to cross the ankles and grab hold of your opposite big toes with your hands. And we're going to do the lovely rocking and rolling along your mat, which is so good for the spine. So let's rock and roll, bringing the feet over the head and down to the floor. And the head comes up, over the head, feet to floor, over the head, feet to floor. Rocking all the way along the spine. And it helps to do this on a nice soft surface. So, you know, bed mattress, as long as it's not too squidgy, it is lovely to do this on. Thick carpeted floor and your yoga mat, also very lovely. Until eventually you're sitting up, okay? So you come up to seated from that. Then that particular action, that back massage action, the rocking and rolling, is always a good way to come from lying down to seated, rather than just simply rolling over to one side and coming up. So now you're seated and you can be in a simple cross-legged pose. We're going to do a very easy seated cross-legged twist. So if you wish, you can take a mat or a small cushion or block, anything that will just give you a little bit of lift underneath your tailbone. Okay, just slip it under there, and that helps the alignment. So quite a few people actually are crouched over in these sitting poses. That just helps to tilt the pelvis a little so you get that nice upright spine. And then I'd like you to look down at your legs, and I've got my right foot on the outside. Okay. So with my right foot on the outside, we'll take our left hand and we'll place it onto the right knee. Yeah. And the right hand is going to go around the back. Okay. So let's keep facing the front. We've got beginnings of a twist. We can get a sense of where we're going. And I'd like you to breathe in, nice and long, and lengthening the spine from the crown of the head. Then breathing out, begin to do a little turn, okay? And thinking of turning as low down in the spine as you can. And then breathing in, lengthening up again, chin down, don't lift the head up, chin slightly down. And the next breath out, you turn. So continue that movement of breathing in, lifting from the crown of the head, breathing out, turning, until you're at your maximum twist. When you're at your maximum twist, try and look into your peripheral vision, turning the neck a little bit more. So this will awaken and revive the spine. Really helps reduce backache, helps reduce neck pain and sciatica, interestingly. And it also improves, of course, posture and digestion. So as you're there, you're simply breathing, relaxing, allowing the pose to work on you. On any out breath, you can see if you can go a millimetre more round, but don't over push. And just enjoy the pose. Wonderful twists. And then breathing out, come round to the front. Breathe in, lengthen up. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in, lengthen up through the crown. So in a moment, we're going to do the other side. As you know, with yoga, we tend to, what we do on one side of the body, we do on the other, unless there's an injury on one side of the body, and then we favour the side that's feeling well for a while and protect the injured side. So if you could look down at your feet, your right foot's still on the outside. Let's put the left foot now on the outside. Okay, so left foot on the outside, and we'll take the right hand over to the left knee. Okay, and then the left hand is going to go round to the back, and it's going to act like a brace, like a stick there, pushing your spine upright. I'm actually slightly holding on to the block that I'm sitting on whilst pushing with some fingers, so that you know, it's a slight slouch, it's pushing me upright. And then breathing in, I lengthen from the crown again, chin slightly down, so keep the back of the neck nice and open, don't compress those discs. And then breathing out, turning a little, no rush. Breathing in, lengthen. Breathing out, turning a little bit more. Breathing in, lengthen. Breathing out, turning a little bit more. And just keep doing that until you feel you've come to the maximum twist that you can comfortably do. Just check the shoulders aren't too up towards your ears, just relax them down. Relax the face, relax the tongue to the base of the mouth. And enjoy the pose. Allow it to work on you. Allow your body to absorb the benefits. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And we try to do the same amount of time as we did on the other side. And then when you're ready, breathing out, coming round to the front and pausing for a moment. And then extending the legs in front of you. Okay. And I'd like you to bring your toes slightly towards you, so flex the feet. And we're going to do the seated spinal twist with bent legs. This will increase your energy levels. So before we do it, just rub up and down the legs. It'll also tone the internal organs, improve digestion and lymphatic systems, alleviate sciatica, and help again to relieve backache, especially in the lumbar spine. So let's bend the right knee, okay, and then lift the right foot up and place it on the outside of the left leg. So if you've got socks on still, that's fine. Keep your feet warm, and then just hold on to that right knee for a moment. Okay. And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to raise the right hand up to the heavens, long stretch, try and reach the ceiling. And with that nice extended out arm, extended out from the shoulder, coming down, and place that right hand over the right knee. Okay. And then just pushing round to the left. Easy twist. And then lift up that right hand. Take it round to the right side. And you're facing the front again. Lift up the left hand, keep the knee in place. And take the left hand up, 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 over the right knee. Okay. So now it's the opposite twist with the same leg. Take the right hand round the back, use it as a staff or a post to help you really be upright. Breathing in, lengthen from the crown. breathing out, turn. So you might find that your belly's traffic jammed against your thigh. You can always lean back a little, move your belly round, then come forward a little, back into the pose. So breathing in, lengthening up, breathing out, twisting. Breathing in, lengthening up, breathing out, twisting. Okay. And then once again, you'll find that your maximum twist, and just relax into it, keeping the crown of the head lifting upwards and allowing the work to happen. Hopefully fairly relaxed. And then breathing out, release round to the front. Release the right leg, pause for a moment, rock the legs. Then the left knee. Take the left knee over to the outside of the right knee. Left foot outside to the right knee. Okay, just hold on there for a moment. Lift your left arm up. Okay. And bring that left hand down by your left foot. Turn the same way we've just been going. Breathe in, lengthen up. Breathe out, come round to the front. Hold on to the left knee. Breathe in, right hand up. Try and reach the ceiling. And then do the cross. So the arm goes across the outside of that left knee. The left hand comes around the back to hold you upright. Breathe in, lengthen from the crown. Breathe out, twist to the left. Breathe in, lengthen from the crown. Breathe out, twist round to the left until you're trying to look past your left shoulder and breathing into the pose as you go. Relaxing, relaxing into it. Trying to look into your peripheral vision if you can. And feeling the benefits of the pose, allow them to be absorbed into the body. Okay. And then when you think you've done about the right amount of time, the same amount of time, breathing out, coming round to the front, and then lying back down on your mat with bent knees. Take your arms out to the side to what I call Maltese Cross, and just let the knees go from right to left. And you look the opposite way. So knees down to the right, look to the left, knees down to the left, look to the right. Just allowing that very simple twist, ease out any knots and tension. And if you had longer time, you could stay down on one side for a while and then stay down on the other side for a while. Okay. And then I'd like you to roll over onto your, let's do your left side, roll over onto your left side and tuck your hands under your head. So you're resting quite comfortably, bring the knees up a little, kind of resting in fetal position. Nurturing, healing pose. Alleviates again, alleviates head, neck, pain, chest pain. And then we're moving into, from here, moving into the child pose, which do all the above as well and reduce stress. Ultimate soothing pose. So now using your hands to roll over so that you're facing the floor and you bend the knees, toes, big toes touching, lowering down into the child pose, forehead to the floor. It's a kneeling pose, then forehead to the floor. Stretch the arms out nice and long. Open out the shoulder blades into this wonderful soothing pose. Breathing into it, relaxing into it. And assessing the body. How is the body doing?
This is a great pose for if you're ever feeling, caught up in the chaos of life, whether your brain is overstimulated, because it's incredibly soothing, calming, a pose of protection and safety. And if you extend your fingers further away, you'll feel that lovely long spine stretch. So bring your tailbone to the heels, and your fingers are trying to reach way away from you. And breathing into that nice long stretch. Okay, and then from there, just pull the hands back past the head, push to come up so that you end up in simple kneeling pose. Pausing, closing the eyes for a moment. Relax the shoulders, relax the back, spine. You might need to rotate those shoulders a little so they're comfortable. And then breathing in, hands up, above the head, palms together. Breathing out and down. So that was just a little bit over 20 minutes on alleviating back pain and bringing the alignment of the spine into best position. Thank you.